What's up, guys? This is Chase68 here, bringing you Q&A number 10. Thank you guys for all the support for the Q&As. Really appreciate it. And also, I'm just going to say this for the heads up for the next Q&A, Q&A number 11. If you want to answer questions with me on there, give me your Skype, and we're going to work some details out. And we're going to probably do a Q&A together next week, or, whenever you're free to do it. If you can't do Q&A 11, we might move it to Q&A 12. Whenever you feel like you can do it. Just know that I like to film my Q&As, sometimes on Tuesdays, maybe Monday nights after Raw. So let's get started with the questions. I got a lot of questions this week, so I got to fly by through these. Heartbreak Dre at Dre Saxons on Twitter asked me, mention this in the new Q&A. If CM Punk ever go into UFC, will you think he will be successful, and what weight division he will go to? I really haven't seen CM Punk really fight all that much. Honestly, if I was to guess a weight, I would say 155 would be the weight class I could see him at. But I haven't seen him do his judo. I haven't seen him do his Muay Thai that I know that he can do. Yes, I know he performs some of that in the wrestling ring, but that's totally different inside the octagon. But thank you for the questions, Dre Saxons. And Khalil asked me at Khalil Boys 97. Question for the next Q&A. Why do you think smart wrestling fans read the dirt sheets all the time? I feel a lot of wrestling fans read the dirt sheets, and he put smart in quotations. I feel a lot of wrestling fans read the dirt sheets because mostly they want to feel smart. They just want to feel like they know everything about the professional wrestling business. They feel like they want to be on top of it all. Sometimes the stuff we hear on the dirt sheets is just batshit crazy, and you can't really believe it all. I just feel that a lot of wrestling fans like to listen to what they read on the dirt sheets because, they feel it's a reliable source. We always hear people talk about it. At least 50% of the time, some of the stuff the dirt sheets say are true. It's always a 50-50 type of deal. We always get like this whole, rumors that like, oh, Batista's supposed to come back and he's not back yet. So the dirt sheets kind of a Achilles heel. We don't know what's going to happen with those. So if you consider smart fans reading the dirt sheets, go right ahead. I don't really read the dirt sheets all that much. Chemo32 at Duke Fan for Life asked me, Chase68, for the next Q&A, who you think is the top 3 point guards in the NBA, and what would you predict the Chargers record will be next season? Top 3 point guards in the NBA today, for me personally, Rajon Rondo, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook. I have those guys as my top 3. I know a lot of people are surprised about Derrick Rose, but if you're asking me about the top 3 point guards in the NBA today, these are the top 3 point guards in the NBA to me. Rajon Rondo is just as good as Chris Paul when it comes to scoring. A lot of people like to diss Rondo a lot because he looks like an alien. But really, to be honest, Rajon Rondo is one bad cat, and I do enjoy him. Chris Paul, I like Chris Paul a lot. I really think he's a sound point guard. And Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose, they're interchangeable to me. I always change my mind on who I think is better, mainly because I feel them as the same type of player. I know Westbrook is different than Rose. Rose has won an MVP, but I'm sorry, Derrick Rose hasn't done shit all year. So how in the fuck am I supposed to grade him? I can't. So in all honesty, those are my top 3 point guards in the NBA today. If you're asking for all time, it would be a different list. Trust me about that. And my all-time list would be Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, and I'd either have to throw Stockton or Nash in there, or Kidd. Jason Kidd would probably be on there. So my top 3 point guards of all time would be Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. I like Jason Kidd. I have no problem with him. He's from Oakland, so he's from California, I should say. So you get that drift. But thank you. And the Chargers record 7-9. I'm being dead serious. I think it's gonna be 7-9 again. Wes at West LA 7 asked me, what got you hooked onto wrestling? Really, to be honest, what got me hooked onto wrestling was the fact that like these guys were like larger than life characters. I just fell in love with who these people were on TV. And it was kind of an interesting dynamic when I did find out it was fake. Yeah, it hurt my feelings, but it was kind of cool to know that these are people playing actors, and like these guys are kind of like D-level actors, C-level actors, however you want to put it. They're just playing characters on a TV show, and really, to me, I just love that. It's just fun TV for me. I enjoy wrestling a lot. A lot of people, I do rant about wrestling a lot on this channel, but don't get me wrong, I'll still watch it. I'm always going to be a professional wrestling fan until I get sick and tired of it. Justin McGrath at Kicknuts McGrath asked me, what do you think the WWE and World title match will be at WrestleMania 30? Holy shit, dude. You're asking me what WrestleMania 30's main events are going to be? WWE Championship, I'll go with... I'll go with CM Punk versus John Cena, just because I think that's the big feud that they had, and CM Punk and John Cena. If you're gonna make that the legit #1 feud of all time in this era, put that at WrestleMania for the WWE strap, and the world title. I'll go Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler. I'll be unique with that one. I think Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler could be the world title match at WrestleMania 30. Yeah, I know I'm a huge Ryback fan, but I just feel WWE is just fucking up his character right now, and it's kind of depressing me. But thank you guys for asking me those Twitter questions. Moving on forward to the YouTube questions. Final Limits 1 asked me 3 questions. Have you ever gained weight while trying to build muscle? If so, where? Let me tell you something, Final Limits 1. You don't know where your muscle is gaining from. All you know is that muscle's packing onto your body. Muscle just packs on. You don't know where it's going to gain. Now, when I was gaining weight, when I lost weight after wrestling season, I was 175 pounds. I started gaining weight, but I looked slimmer in the process. I didn't know where the muscle was coming from. I felt my chest stronger, my arms, everything felt stronger about me. That's why, even though I'm probably much more fatter than I was my junior or senior year, I still have a slim type of look to me because I packed on so much muscle during my senior year that, if I get fat, I just have to work out like a month and then I'll be back to, really good shape for me personally. So really, to be honest, you don't know where you're going to pack muscle on unless you're focusing it on one body part, which I don't suggest. If you are focusing on one body part, you're pretty much doing the wrong thing, bro, and hope you go visit the doctor soon about that because you could be tearing some tendons and shit. Thoughts on Alex Riley? I like Alex Riley, the varsity villain. I hope he gets a push soon. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, and I'm kind of pissed off that WWE dropped the ball on him. Do you think Trish Stratus was harder as a blonde or brunette? Now, I like to say this. Blonde Trish Stratus has too much of an edge because she had the fake boobies, okay? She had the fake boobies. We can't forget about those fake boobs, okay? But the thing is, I actually like brunette Trish Stratus more. She looks more natural. I mean, yeah, her butt kind of decreased and her boob, and she got rid of her implants after professional wrestling, but she just looks more natural. She looks so much more sexier as a brunette to me. I like her as a brunette. I personally like brunettes a lot. Like, I like chicks with blonde hair, but I always like brunettes. Like, brunettes are like my Achilles heel, I would say. I would probably say I love brunettes a lot. If I ever met a brunette that's 5'6" and probably had brown or blue eyes, I don't care her eye color, but she was just a nice looking woman, hit me up, call me if you know me. That is it, if you do. But if you don't want to call me and you don't want to know me, then like, fuck off. I don't want to know you either. I'm not bitter. Moving on forward. Will Ferrell #1 asked me, do you ever think my boy Michael Cole would get a chant like he did on Raw post WrestleMania? Hell no, he's Michael Cole. Why would anyone chant for him? Little Chris is asking me, do you like Seth Green? Fuck no. Screw Seth Green. He's a little troll. And #3 from Will Ferrell, #1 himself is, were you ever a fan of Joey Styles? Yes, Joey Styles is one of my favorite commentators, one of the best commentators in the professional wrestling business, able to do play-by-play, tell a story and analyze a match. Very good job by Joey Styles, and he just did it all by himself. That's right there is when you know you're a badass. Thank you guys for the questions, and moving on forward to Clarkson440, he asked me, do you watch anime? Nope. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think those count as animes. Those are the only animes I've watched. I dabbled with some anime. The pirate one, forgot the name. I know that the dude was looking for treasure. That's all I know about that one. I was forced to watch Naruto at one point in my life, and after watching it in Japanese, I do not even care about it in English. Don't like Gundam. Oh, I like Zoids, so I guess that's anime. Inuyasha. Oh God, I remember watching Adult Swim, and I would see that. I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this, and then like just got weird. So no, I'm not huge on anime. I just kind of watch it. I'm not really super huge on it. Which faction do you think was better during the Monday Night Wars, D-Generation X or the NWO? Well, considering that the NWO got stale at some point and WWF won the Monday Night Wars, I would go with D-Generation X. I love the D-Generation X with Triple H, Road Dogg, and Badass Billy Gunn and X-Pac. That's my favorite version of the DX. I know a lot of people like the original three, but oh yeah, add China into there too. But I like the, you know, Triple H leader of the DX. That's one of my favorite DX, and I thought they did more later on in the Monday Night Wars and NWO. Like NWO had like LWO, NWO Wolfpack. It was just getting too crazy for me to like really get into it. Like when I go back to watch those times in the wrestling, of course. And his final question is, if Brian Pillman never died, do you think he would have been a big star in the Attitude Era? Yeah, I think if Brian Pillman didn't die, I think Mick Foley would not be who he is today. And that's not an insult to Foley. It's just that I think Brian Pillman would have taken over the Mick Foley type of role. I mean, he was kind of like Mick Foley, mistreated, misused in WCW, had a big pass in WCW, moved on to the WWF, you know, was doing a really good job there. And if he didn't pass away, I would really think that he would be a guy that, you know, we would be talking about more than Mick Foley. I think Mankind would have just ended up being, you know, just a character that they use every once in a while, but never really turned out to be anything special. Once again, it's not an insult to Mick Foley. I just think about that. I just think that Brian Pillman would have been very successful in the Attitude Era. WCW 3 Count 1 2 3 asked me, what are your thoughts on racist people, black and white racist people? I don't like to judge people if they're racist or not. I could care less. If you're racist, so what? I ain't going to hate you. Being dead honest here. I honestly and personally, I don't care if you don't believe in God. I don't care if you're racist. I don't care about, you know, what you are, because I don't know what you grew up in life. I don't know what your parents have been through in their lives. I don't know what your generation has been through in lives. So in all honesty, for me personally, as a human being, I think it would be messed up for me to you know, tell this person, hey, I don't like you because you're racist, because I don't know who the fuck you are. So for me personally, if you're racist, so be it. I ain't gonna judge you. I don't think it's like it's wrong. I think it's wrong and I think it's disgusting, but I ain't gonna judge a person off that. You know what? I don't know what their lives have been like, you know, so can't really judge them. What are your thoughts about Brooke Hogan and TNA? She's been terrible except for the bully race stuff. I like that, but other than that, terrible. Who do you see from WWE going to TNA and TNA going to WWE in the near future? I see Randall Keith Orton going to TNA soon. Put yourself in Randy Orton's shoes. You know, you're giving it a shot in 2004. Almost 10 years now. You're not even the main face. You're kind of like doing nothing really. I would go to TNA to change myself up. And when it comes down to TNA guys coming to WWE, I would have to say either Kurt Angle or Jeff Hardy would come back for one final run in the WWE world. And then his final question is, oh, right, that was his final question. Oh, thank you, WCW3 Count 1 2 3 for the questions. Cancerous Mike Work asked me, what game do you want to get the most now? Which one game? Grand Theft Auto 5. How about that? Because that's because I like Grand Theft Auto. Why do you chew tobacco instead of smoking? My dad's from the South. He's a redneck. He chewed tobacco, so I chew tobacco. I just got it off my dad. I don't know why. It's something that we both needed. I do it a lot. I don't care. You know, I just don't like smoking. I mean, let me harm myself so I don't harm other people around me. I don't want to be smoking my cigarette and, you know, having people get, you know, lung diseases around me, secondhand smoke. Let me fuck myself up, okay? I don't want to fuck other people up. I think that's wrong. So, you know what? If I'm going to be doing drugs, if I'm going to be the one, you know, fucking up my body, you know what? Let me be the one to fuck up my body and not hurt others around me, if that makes any sense to you. Do you drink beer or adult beverages? If so, how often and what are your favorites? Yes, I do drink beer and adult beverages every once in a while. I don't try to make it a habit. The reason being is because what I'm trying to do pretty much is get sick of drinking beer and drinking alcohol by the time I turn to the age of like 21. Because the thing is, once I turn 21, of course, my main instinct is I'm going to go buy alcohol. But I want to get to the point where, you know, where I'm buying out, where I'm trying to get alcohol, you know, as a young adult, and then I get to the point where, you know, when alcohol is available to me to buy, I just don't care that it's available for me to buy. I'll buy it every once in a while. That's what I'm trying to get to the point at, because, you know, I just want to get sick of beer already. I like beer, but the thing is, it's just that to me, it's not fun just to drink by yourself. It's fun to drink with your friends. Not to mention the fact that, you know, when you do want to drink beer, like for me personally, if I'm drinking, I want to drink until I'm fucked up. And that's the thing. That's the honest truth. I know it sounds immature of me, but it's true. That's what I want to do when I'm drinking. I don't want to fucking drink like 1 or 2 beers and be like, yeah, man, great time. No, fuck that. I'm drinking until I'm slurring and I'm passed out and all the other bullshit. That's what I can tell you about right now. But the one thing I will say, my favorite beers that I do like to drink, I like drinking Coors Light because it's fucking strong as hell. I like drinking Bud Light. What's it called? Mickey's. I like Mickey's. Mickey's is fucking great. But mostly when it comes down to adult beverages, hard liquor, I like drinking Bacardi Golds, Jack Daniels, you know, all that other stuff. And, you know, I know a lot of you guys really, really do like asking me these type of questions about, like, why do I smoke or chew tobacco, or, you know, about weed and drinking and stuff. But I want to please ask you guys in a respectful way to stop kind of, you know, asking me these type of questions. The reason being is I'm trying to get a job. And they can find these YouTube videos, and, you know, I'm being respectful. I'm answering these questions to y'all. But in the near future, I would respect you guys not to ask me these type of questions, you know, about what I like to do. Because I don't want people to think that I'm just some rebellious teenager. Because I'm trying to get out of that phase. It's hard to go from high schooler to college student right away. So I'm trying to get out of that phase. And I want to just ask respectfully, you know, I love answering the questions. I think they're fun and all. But maybe when I actually turn 21, maybe I will start answering those type of questions again. But when it comes down to drugs, smoking, weed, whatever questions you want to ask in the near future, you can ask them maybe at a later date, just not now. Maybe I'll let you guys ask cigarette, weed, and chewing tobacco questions. But when it comes down to the alcohol-related questions, I really don't want to answer most of those questions. I'm just being kind enough answering you that question. I gave you my answer, but I'm asking for the future Q&As. Can we stay away from the alcohol type questions? Thank you very much. And maybe even the cigarettes and chewing tobacco questions, because in all honesty, I really don't like talking about chewing tobacco or cigarettes in most of my Q&As. All right, being respectful here. I'm fine that you guys like to ask me these type of questions, and I'm probably one of the few YouTubers who do answer these questions for you guys. But please, you know, let's tone it down a bit. Let's try to keep this a family-oriented show. No, I'm just kidding there. But let's just try not to ask too much of those questions in the near future, okay, man? Just asking for anyone who has asked me those type of related questions. Real Spider-Man the War fan asking me, are you getting The Last of Us? Nope. I'm not a huge gamer. I just play games that I find interesting to me. Do you like moon pies? Isn't that like the chocolate pie? Chocolate, like, creamy pie, right? I think I've had a moon pie. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I had a moon pie. Send me a picture of a moon pie, and I'll tell you if I had one or not. What are your favorite soda pops, and which do you drink every day? I don't drink soda every day, but my favorites are Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew Code Red. I don't know if they sell that anymore, but that was one of my favorites. Mountain Dew Code Red. Upside Down 7-Up, DNL, as a lot of people call it. I like that. That was pretty good for me. I like that. So yeah, pretty much those are like my favorite sodas. I like weird abstract sodas. Mountain Dew Baja, that was at Taco Bell at one point. So yeah, those are my favorite sodas, but I don't really drink them every day. I'm trying to cut off on the sodas. But anyways, guys, thank you for the questions. I hope, you know, I didn't come off disrespectful asking to, you know, stop asking me about the drug type of questions. I just want you guys to understand, you know, I'm trying to find a job and stuff, and I don't want people to, my employers to stumble on these YouTube videos, and it's just like, you know, they see every Q&A, and I'm just like talking about drugs, and they think I'm some like druggy loser. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I hate answering those questions. I just don't want people to like perceive me as some type of druggy loser. Yeah, sure, I have a skinhead and all, but I'm not a druggy loser. I don't dabble into too much drugs. So I just want to ask, you know, respectively, if we can kind of like stay away from those type of questions in like the near future. If not, I understand. I understand if you feel like I'm disrespectful to you. I do apologize, but I know because like most YouTubers probably don't answer those type of questions. I bet you guys love that. Like I'm so open and I tell you guys, yeah, I drink, yeah, I do this, yeah, I do that, yeah, I chew tobacco and all that other stuff. But you know, I don't want to be perceived as someone that's like a druggy type loser. But thank you guys for answering the sending in the questions. Very very much love for all you guys. Keep on sending the questions via inbox, Twitter direct messages, whatever way feels comfortable for you to get your questions on the show. Also, if you guys like me, you can like this video. Subscribe by clicking the little icon and down below. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Also, sorry about that. I would also like for the special guests to, you know, contact me with their Skype information, and I'll add you on Skype, and we could probably do a Q&A together for next week. So keep sending in your questions, guys, especially for the special guests. I'll probably have the special guest announced, you know, when I do like my UFC recap or TNA review, and I'll tell you who he is and what his interests are during one of those videos. So thank you all for watching. ChaseOliver68, and I say peace!